Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is July 4th, 2020. Hope everyone is having a great day. And we just want to wait for a few people to join us. Want to make sure that the audio is functioning before we start. I want to talk about a death that happened yesterday on July 3rd. A former Philadelphia Phillies pitcher by the name of what's the guy's name? Tyson Brummett died in a plane crash in Utah yesterday at the age of 35. I want to show you guys what's suspicious about this man dying 20 days before the start of the MLB season. Sounds good. I appreciate that, Mary Kay. Thanks a lot. And thank you for joining us. So, this former Phillies pitcher, Tyson Brummett, he's 35 years old. He died yesterday in a plane crash. And, there's something, interesting about this pitcher. He only played one game for the Philadelphia Phillies. One game. And that was back in 2012 versus the Washington Nationals. What I'm going to show you guys in this video is how that game was synced up with his death, which happened yesterday. And, I looked up what are the odds of dying in a plane crash. And according to Google, it said the stat is, 1 out of every 9,000 plus people die in a plane crash, which is a very low number, 1 out of every 9,000. And the reporter saying that he died in a small plane crash. So I don't know what's the odds of dying in a small plane crash. I don't know the difference between a large plane crash or a small plane crash. But I'll guarantee you a small plane crash is probably, the odds is probably even, greater. But according to the reports, Tyson Brummett, a former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, died on Friday morning in a plane crash. Utah Sheriff's Office deputies received reports about a small plane crash in American Fork Canyon, located south of Salt Lake City, shortly before 8 a.m. on Friday, authorities said in a press release. Okay. So this happened yesterday, July 3rd. That's a date that's written 7/3, like 73. If you guys are new here, what I discuss in this channel is gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words, names, and phrases. And this is very easy to learn. This is the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. Instead of letters, you apply the numbers to the letter and you add up the sum. So, for example, this man's full name, this man that died yesterday, Tyson Brummett, he was born Tyson Colby. Kind of reminds you of the NBA player, right? Colby. Tyson Colby Brummett. His full name sums to 73. And he died on July 3rd. A date that's written 7/3, like 73. Of course, the word sacrifice sums to 73. That's a very popular number that we speak about on this channel, 73. It shows up all the time. And yesterday, a lot of people died in connection to that number because the date was 7/3. But this pitcher, he was born on August 15th, 1984. And he died 43 days before his upcoming birthday. And notice plane crash sums to 43. So what are the odds of that, right? What are the odds that he dies in a plane crash, which sums to 43 in gematria, 43 days before his birthday? And of course, Masonic and killing sums to 43. They also sum to 74. And the reason that matters is because today is July 4th, right? 7/4. And the news of his death is being reported today on 7/4. About a man who died 43 days before his birthday in a plane crash, which sums to 43. And notice his name, Tyson Brummett, also sums to 74. It sums to 43 when you include, it sums to 73 when you include the middle name. But if you take out the middle name, his name sums to 74. Like how the news of his death is being reported on 7-4. And notice he played for the Philadelphia Phillies, which sums to 191. And that's the 43rd prime number. Remember, he died 43 days before his birthday. And he's a former Phillies pitcher, right? The word pitcher sums to 43. And on a day with 50 numerology, 7 plus 3 plus 20 plus 20 is 50. Right? And his surname, Brummett, sums to 50. And so does Utah, where he passed away at. He died in Utah. And, you know, this is how this stuff... Oh, excuse me. I said that wrong. You know, I miswrote here. You know, he died 7/3/2020. Just to show you guys, I don't want to make any mistakes. But yesterday was a day with 50 numerology. Okay, so I wrote it wrong. It's 7 plus 3. I actually said it right. 7 plus 3 plus 20 plus 20 sums to 50. I just wrote it wrong here. I put 7/23/20. Which also sums to 50, but that's not what I meant. So he died on the day with 50 numerology. His surname is 50. He died in Utah, which sums to 50. And again, he only played one game for the Phillies. And notice how, you know, the Phillies, they lost that one game that he played. They lost 5-1. So he looks like he was like a bullpen pitcher because they put him in the 8th inning, on the bottom of the 8th, when they was already losing 5-1. And, you know, today is July 4th, a day with 51 numerology, right? So they're reporting his death on a day with 51 numerology and 15-day numerology. And that one game that he played for the Phillies, they lost 5-1. That's how this stuff goes all the time. It's like this. And notice he was drafted in the 35th round by the San Francisco Giants. And then he died at the age of 35. And then it says here that he was drafted in the 38th round in the 2004 MLB amateur draft. 38, and I'm associated with death. Death in Gematria sums to 38. But again, that game that he played was on October 3rd, 2012. That was the only game that he played in Major League Baseball. And if you measure from that date to the day that he died exactly 93 months after that game. And his first name, Tyson, summed to 93. You know? So, this was a perfect ritual here. So this man was pitching his death away, his life away, basically, because he was destined to die on a date with 50 numerology, and the news will come out on the day with 51 numerology, and for him to die 93 months after this one game here, because his name just happens to have that gematria. And that was the last game of the season for the Phillies. They picked up their 81st loss by losing to the Washington Nationals that day. And notice they finished the season 81-81. Like how the word ritual sums to 81 forwards and then 81 backwards. And what I mean by forwards and backwards is, so you have the alphabetic order A, B, C. Then you apply the numbers, right? 1, 2, 3. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. All the way to Z, the 26th letter. That's the alphabetic order. Now in reverse, it's simple. Instead of A being 1, A is actually 26. And then you count back down to Z. Either way you put it, ritual sums to 81. And that game, the Phillies lost and became 81-81 for the season. Speaking of the MLB season, you know, the upcoming MLB season is set to start on July 23rd. According to Forbes magazine. And this pitcher died 20 days before the start of the season. The word death in Gematria sums to 20. And notice plane crash sums to 97. The word death also sums to 97 as well. So, you know, he died in a plane crash 20 days before the start of the MLB season. Plane crash is 97. He died 20 days before the start of the MLB season. So you guys think this is a coincidence that game the Nationals won 5-1, and then this man's death is being reported on a day with 51 and 15 numerology? Absolutely not. The word Saturn also sums to 93, which is the planet that's known for being the keeper of time. I don't really discuss too much astrology in this channel, but astrology and the zodiac signs are definitely relevant when it comes to this work. But that's about it. I played one game. And speaking of 27, I should also mention that the word ritual also sums to 27. And that game was 10/3. 103 is a 27 prime number. And Phillies equals 45. Ritual sums to 45. So, man, that game was a perfect ritual. So, again, if you visit this website, gematrinator.com, you're going to see there's 4 base ciphers, right? So, we discussed the alphabetic order and the alphabetic order in reverse. Now, these 2 ciphers is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So when you write out the word ritual, it sums to 81 and 81. The Phillies lost that one game that he played, became 81 and 81 for the season. Now the date was October 3rd, 10/3, like 103. That's the 27th prime number, right? Notice here, 103. Wait, let me just verify that game was on 10/3. Yes, it was 10/3. So the game was on 10/3. That's the 27th prime number. The word ritual sums to 27. Now, ritual also sums to 45. And this player, he played for the Phillies, which sums to 45, forwards and backwards. So, perfect ritual by the numbers. And if you guys notice the picture I have up here, he wore the number 59 for that one game for the Phillies. The word kill in Gematria sums to 59. He also died of 44 full days before his birthday, right? If you include the end date, he died 44 days before his birthday. The word kill sums to 44. But what's interesting about him wearing the number 59 is that October 3rd was a leap year in 2012. It fell on a leap year, which made it the 277th day of the year, which is the 59th prime number. And you don't have to take my word for it. Just type in October 3. And Wikipedia should tell you that in leap years, October 3 is the 277th day of the year. And that's the 59th prime number. So on the 277th day of the year, they had number 59 pitching. And what would have been, what was, a game that was indication of his upcoming death. Sick stuff, So again, the odds of dying in a plane crash is 1 out of 9,000 people die. I guess 1 out of 9,000 flights. I guess that's how they measure it. Let's see, percentages of dying in a plane crash. So it's almost 1 out of 10,000. Because it says here, researchers have found the overall lifetime odds of dying in a plane crash is about 1 in 9,821. The probability of a plane crashing is low, with an even lower number of fatal. So ask yourself, what are the odds? Being that the percentages is so low, what are the odds that this man dies so perfectly on a perfect date, synced up with his name, with the only game that he played exactly 20 days before the start of the season? I mean, what are the odds of all this happening? It's almost impossible. And the reason it did happen is because this man was ritualistically murdered by this code. Happens every single day. So just want to say rest in peace to Tyson Brummett, another murder by numbers victim. That's a great point. So the real Trey Hop says that Kobe was 27 when he scored 81. Absolutely. How you doing, Cola? What's going on, Cola T? Absolutely. I appreciate that, Marvin Watson. So you guys take care, and looks like only 9 of you showed up, but I still appreciate that. You know, this video is not gonna be available until like tomorrow, because every time I do a live stream, it takes like almost a full day for it to show up in my channel. I don't know, they messing with my channel. You guys already know all this, but I appreciate everyone, and I gotta get back to documenting all these deaths, because I'm putting together a small 38 chapter book on all the ritual deaths that happened in the year 2020. It looks like this is another one, Tyson Brummett. It will definitely be in there. But yep. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time.